Family, this is a tough one, but I feel it's necessary to do to help someone. What do you do when the people you thought would celebrate your relationship don't? When instead of joy, you're met with ghosting, silence, criticisms, false accusations, or even rejection from the very people you expected to be standing by your side. It's one of the deepest heartbreaks, and not just the struggle inside the relationship, but the weight of outside voices trying to break what you're trying to build. So stay with me, family, because at the end of this conversation, we're going to talk about how to navigate family resistance and friend resistance without losing your peace, your confidence, or your relationship. We picture milestones, an engagement, a new chapter, a celebration of love surrounded by smiling parents, proud siblings, and supportive friends. But sometimes the reality looks very different. People don't show up, invitations go unanswered, calls ignored, or worse, harsh words are spoken that echo long after the moment is gone. And in those moments, you can't help but ask yourself, if my family doesn't accept my relationship, what does that mean for us? Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention this, that most of the time when family gives advice or shares concerns, it's from a place of love, unless someone is intentionally trying to wound you. Typically, they're trying to protect you. But here's the catch. Just because they mean well doesn't mean their advice is right. And it doesn't mean that they're the only voice that matters. Sometimes family and friends project their own experiences on you without even realize that they're doing it. There's like a positive projection might sound like, I knew instantly when I first saw her that was the one, and I want you to have that same feeling, that same clarity. But they don't realize that not everybody's experience, everybody's journey looks like theirs. And then there's a negative projection. It might sound something like, be sure you do it right the first time. I didn't. Look at me. That's their past talk, and that has nothing to do with your future. Now, but both do come from a place of love, but the impact can be very heavy because you're already wrestling with this new relationship, doubt, and anxiety. But let's be honest, it does matter when our family approves of our relationships because we want that harmony. We want family. We want all to be together. So when they don't, the temptation is to either fight back, to be defensive, angry, or shut down completely, keeping our relationship a secret. But here's a hard question. Would hiding your relationship actually feel good in the long run? Family, healthy relationships, romantic or family, are built on trust, respect, and communication. And if you already have a safe dynamic with your family, one that isn't abusive, it may be helpful to just calmly ask, what concerns do you exactly have about my partner? Is it something real like how they treat me, or is it just fear? Is there a fear of control? Is it misunderstanding? Do you feel like they're too controlling? Do you see some behaviors that maybe I'm overlooking? Because actually sometimes family notice things that we miss. And if you're not sure, you can bring your friends and your girlfriend, your homies, your boys. Do you see the same concerns? And if both the family and the friends are sounding the same alarm, slow down and examine them. But here's where the power lies. Relationships and marriage don't begin with family approvals. It begins with your unity. Your responsibility isn't to convince the world. Your responsibility is to protect the bond between the two of you. And that means standing together when others try to pull you apart. Being on one accord, choosing truth over false stories, refusing to let bitterness outside turn into bitterness inside. Hard, but it's something you have to collectively do Because if you're not careful, the pain from family and friends can easily become a conflict between the two of you. But I want to give you some practical steps to use, how to respond with strength and grace. Number one is to create a united front. You want to listen, but don't absorb everything. Talk openly with your partner. Talk with each other about the situation. Don't avoid it, and don't pretend it doesn't hurt, but also don't let it turn you against each other. I mean, you can say, I hear y'all, I appreciate your concerns, but this is my decision. And listening doesn't mean surrendering your choice. Number two, set boundaries without guilt or shame. Boundaries aren't disrespect. They're self-respect. They are protection. You can love your family and friends and still refuse to let their disapproval poison your relationship. Number three is to lean on chosen family. Sometimes family doesn't come with blood. Sometimes it comes from friends, community, mentors, spiritual family, the ones who truly see you. The one who truly see your happiness and want it for you. Those who actually celebrate you. And number four is hold grace. Even if family and friends aren't ready to support you, choose grace. Keep grace in your posture. Why? Because bitterness steals your peace. And grace doesn't excuse their behavior. It just frees you from carrying it. So here's where wisdom comes in. When your family and or friends disapprove, it's important to pause. Not to give them control they haven't gotten to you, but just to check your heart. It's a time to re-examine the relationship. Not because, again, they had the final say, because it's wise to just check your own blind spots. You can ask yourself questions like, are their concerns valid, or are they projections? Could I be in denial about something? Am I ignoring warning signs? Or am I afraid of being alone? Or am I in love with being in love? Are there habits that irritate me now? Maybe they'll go away. Do I feel lucky that they're with me, even if their behavior isn't like I'd like it to be right now? Now, these aren't easy questions, but they can help you separate truth from fear, your truth, not someone else's story. And they protect you from investing years into something unhealthy. Now, I have to pause here and be very clear, because this part, what I'm about to say, is very important. It's crucial. Everything I'm sharing applies to healthy relationships. If you're in an abusive situation, physical, verbal, emotional, or financial, the approach is different. In those cases, the concerns of family and friends may be the lifeline you need to see clearly. And listen to those concerns of your loved ones carefully. Prioritize your safety above all else. Protecting yourself comes before protecting that relationship. Please put your safety first and reach out for help if you need to, from a counselor, a trusted friend, or a hotline. You deserve to be safe, and your safety matters most. So, here's something powerful to remember. Family isn't the only people you're born into. It's also the family you build. When you commit to a relationship, specifically marriage, you're starting a new family. That doesn't erase the people who raised you, but it does mean their approval isn't what makes your relationship or your love valid. And sometimes loyalty to your relationship means stepping away from toxic loyalty or dysfunction. You can honor your parents, but you don't have to let them dishonor your partner. And let's be real, this isn't easy. Yes, it hurts when the people you love won't support the relationship or the person that you love. But their silence doesn't define your joy. Their absence doesn't cancel your celebration. And their disapproval doesn't decide the success of your relationship. Sometimes with time, people do soften. They have a change of heart. Sometimes they don't. But the question remains, will I let their refusal steal the happiness I could have? That's the question. Now, the answer has to be no. because the relationship isn't about proving something wrong. It's about proving and building something right. And so if you're walking through this right now, and if your family and friends have chosen not to support your relationship, your engagement, I want you to hold on to this. You don't need everyone to clap for your relationship for it to be real, or your love to be real. What you need is unity, commitment, and a vision for your future. The voices around you may be divided, but the voice between the two of you can be clear. Your voice can be, we've chosen each other, we're protecting this relationship, we're protecting this love, and we're moving forward. But friends, tonight I want to ask you to do something. I want you to take a piece of paper. I want you to take 15 or 10 minutes and just write this prompt out and answer it. When someone's voice tries to divide us, what truth do we want to remind each other of to stay united? Then I want you to share that answer aloud. And let this become an anchor for your relationship. This practice will help you anchor your relationship in unity, even when others may not understand the relationship. Now, if this spoke to you, I want you to share it with someone, a partner or someone who may be carrying this burden. And I'd love to hear from you. I mean, if you've ever had to be in a situation like this and then get support from your family, what did you do? How did you gain strength? How did you get through it? If you don't mind, share it. Please comment below. Lastly, I want you to know this. Your love doesn't need everybody's approval. It just needs your commitment to each other.